Hello and welcome everybody to day 6 of the Finding Focus course. Today's title is Disconnect to Focus. So, to a certain degree, we are all dependent on other people's input in our lives. Things arrive via the internet, phone calls, emails, Twitter, news, Facebook, only to name a few. But these inputs are distractions when we're trying to focus on what matters. For example, in a study, it has been shown that it takes people an enormous amount of time to get back into focused working after being distracted from the task at hand. One scientific study estimates that it takes 25 minutes to get back to a task on average, while a worker is usually interrupted every 11 minutes. I mean, imagine trying to get anything done under these conditions. If you want to focus on your most important work and get it done, you need to create an environment without distractions. As a general rule of thumb, I would like to tell you the following. Do not connect to anything before your most important work is done for the day. You have scheduled it, hopefully, first thing in the morning. That's what we discussed yesterday. Now it's time to actually work on it. And I'm going to give you some really simple rules. Do your most important task before you check email. Do your most important task before you turn on your phone. Do your most important task before you check Facebook, Twitter, etc. Do your most important task before you watch or read the news. Do your most important task before you let coworkers disturb you. Do your most important task before you do whatever you do to distract yourself. Do your most important task before you allow anyone or anything to distract you. It's really as simple as that. The best work is done early in the morning because that's the time when energy is high and fewer people disturb us. So either we do our most important work really early or we set the conditions in order not to be disturbed. And as we already discussed, eating your frog takes your whole day to a new level of momentum, energy, and productivity. So do everything to guard your focus for that thing. Let's talk about the key takeaways from today. Interruptions make us lose focus for much longer than the interruption itself. Usually we just think this is going to be a small distraction, but it's not. We thus need to make conscious efforts in order to fend off these interruptions. And that means do not connect to anything such as your phone, any programs, the internet, news, anything until your one task is done. Okay, so what's the game plan for today? Plan your day before you do anything else. Write down today's actionable one thing. Write down your biggest why. Add other tasks further down, ranked by importance. And then schedule your one thing and other tasks while keeping buffer in your calendar. You already know these action steps, but they're always worth repeating because that's a habit you should build for your everyday work. And then what's new? Make sure to disconnect from everything. And if you haven't done so, do not connect to anything before you've done your one thing. Do your one thing first. Eat that frog before you get all these interruptions into your life. And then, after you've done it, continue from important to not important tasks. And don't forget, at the end of your day, plan the next day. So please, don't be the person who doesn't take action. Do your one thing today without distraction to build the habit of finding focus. And I'll see you tomorrow.